Adobe Spark lets you create narrated videos and digital stories easily. To begin, go to spark.adobe.com and click Sign In. Sign in with your Google account, and if you're a Jeffco student, choose the Enterprise ID to access our upgraded features. Your recent projects will be shown here on your dashboard, and you can always return to edit those. Click the plus to create a new project and choose Video. Enter a title for your project. On this step, I prefer to start from scratch instead of having to make a bunch of changes to Adobe's existing templates. If you get any on-screen tutorials, just close them and you can click this box here to not have to see them every time you start a new project. If you are working with a partner, you can click the Invite button and enter your partner's name to send them an invitation. Unlike Google items, you cannot both simultaneously edit, so you will need to coordinate so you both know who is going to be editing and when. Your invited collaborators will get an email invitation to join your project. They need to accept that invitation from the email or their Adobe Spark notifications before they will be able to edit the project. You will be building your project as a series of slides that will flow together to create a video. You can choose from 4 different layouts for each slide, and you will be able to choose from preloaded music and themes to enhance your project. To begin, let's visit that Themes tab to select an overall look for the project. If you hover over each theme, you will get a preview of it. Your pictures and video are going to be layered on top of the background, so it's just most important to choose a theme that has a font and a transition style that you like. After you've picked your theme, go back to the Layout tab and choose the layout for your first slide. I think I'll opt for title and text. I get a plus sign for each element of the layout. One for title, one for text, and one even over here to change the background. These pluses are for text specifically, so I will use them to add my title and my byline or subtitle. You're not able to customize the text very much in Adobe Spark. You can use the plus and minuses to change the size, and you can drag and drop the location of the text around, but you're not going to be able to change the color of the text or the font style unless you go back and change your overall theme. If you look over here, you'll see that Spark already created a credits slide for me, but if I want to add a new content slide, I'm going to use this plus. When I create a new slide, it defaults to the full screen layout, but if I click a different layout over on the right with my slide selected, that new layout is immediately applied. The split screen layout lets you put a picture or something on one side and a text or video on the other side. You can upload a picture. If you choose picture, you can upload one from your computer, use one from Drive, or find free photos since we have the Pro version of Adobe Spark. Once you insert a picture, you can click the pencil to resize it. I'll add another slide using the plus again. On this slide, I want to add a picture of myself and narration or a video that answers that question on my previous slide. I'll show both ways to do that. First, I will add a picture of myself that I have on my Google Drive. The first time you choose that Drive option, you're going to need to connect your accounts, and this often kicks you back to the beginning of your presentation, so you need to click back on the slide where you were trying to insert the picture and finish that process. To add narration to a slide, you just need to click the microphone icon. And the first time you do that, you will be prompted to allow Chrome to access your mic. Make sure you say yes or allow. Once you do that, you just click and hold the microphone icon while you are speaking. Make sure to pause at least a second before you start talking, and do not release the microphone button until at least a second after you have finished speaking, just so you don't accidentally cut yourself off. Use this play button here to preview your narration. Je m'appelle Madame Johnson. And re-record it if necessary. You can change or remove the background music, so don't worry too much about that right now. It is just the default music that came with the theme you selected. You can use the plus in the center of the slide to add text to your slide if desired. Let me add one more slide to show you how video works in Spark. If you want to add a video file, even when you recorded with your phone, you just need to get that video onto your computer. Select the video icon and then browse to the video's location. Here's one of my dog being a big helper while I was trying to work. I'm going to use these sliders to choose just the part of the video that I want to show. I can show up to 30 seconds of the video per slide. Once I have the slider arranged around the portions I want to show, I'll just choose Save to add it to my presentation. Now, video obviously has the audio that was recorded with it, but I can edit the clip and choose the clip volume icon to mute or lower its volume. Trim lets me readjust the portion of the video that I want to show during my presentation. And this button lets me continue playback of this same video on the next slide if desired. This is helpful if you want to show more than 30 seconds of any one video. And of course, I can use the magnifying glass to resize the video if I want to. And from here, I can still add text and record voice narration on the slide if I want to. Add more slides to your project as needed. If you want to remove a slide, click the 3 dots in its corner and select Delete. Some slides, like end credits, can't be deleted, only hidden. To rearrange your slides, just click and drag the thumbnails along the bottom of the screen. And now let's visit that Music tab. Here are a bunch of preloaded songs that are sorted by tone that you can preview and use. Click on the song to listen to it. You may need to use this slider up at the top to turn the music down so it does not drown out your narration. You can even upload your own songs or turn background music completely off. Many projects just don't need a music track, so follow your teacher's lead on whether or not you really want background music. Before you turn in your project, click Preview and check to make sure that everything looks and sounds the way you want it to, and especially that your narration levels are good. Make sure the background music is not making it difficult to hear your narration. If so, go back and turn it down or turn it off. Close the preview box to make any edits. I want to shorten the amount of time that my title slide displays, so I can click here and reduce the time. Spark is auto-saving as I go, which is fantastic, but I do need to share or publish my project to actually turn it in or let other people see it. When you're all done, choose Share and then Publish. Give your story a title if you don't already have one, and pick Education as your category, then choose Create Link. This will take a few minutes, but when it's done, you can submit this link to your teacher. Or you can even go back and use the download option to download the video file itself to submit. That's it. Your work autosaves and you can return to your Spark dashboard at any time to access your project and continue editing.